once again welcome to my YouTube channel. Usually we're here to bring the very best. There was a statement made by Ngozi Orabueze a few weeks back that there will not be election in the eastern part of Nigeria because of the treatment that is given to the Biafrans. Unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, there will not be election. And Gumi has revisited that case. He has come out to say clearly that the Biafran should stop this marginalization of the thing that they're talking about. That there is only one president in Nigeria, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That there will be election in the eastern part of Nigeria. Mr. Raf, Gumi has countered a statement made by Ngozi Orabueze.
I am going to counter him because I know that we have only 3 tribes in Nigeria. One is Igbo, followed by Yoruba, and the Hausa Fulani man that is in this contraption claiming to be a Nigerian is an invader, a thief, terrorist, bandits, Boko Haram, ISWAP. Gumi is falling under all these 3 or 4 that I named. We don't have any president in Igbo land, whereas when federal projects are not, being located or traced recently in the southeastern Nigeria. Nigeria is their Nigeria. Anything outside Delta State, from Delta State up, even Benin, from Benin up is Nigeria. And Oduduwa, if Tinubu doesn't want with his people, they can remain in Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, we are not Nigerians. So there shouldn't be election unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. It's a welcome idea. That statement or outburst from Ngozi Orabueze is generally accepted by us, with the Igbos. So what we are saying right now is, as Gumi said, enough is enough of Biafra, ranting, Biafrans ranting for marginalization, and I'm giving it to him. Enough is enough for any man that is showcasing himself as an intermediary, a middleman between bandits and Nigerians, bandits and Nigerian army, bandits and the rest of Nigeria. Such a person is part of bandits. Because bandits are terrorists. We don't sympathize with bandits. So enough of all this nonsense, Mr. Gumi. You shouldn't be at least playing the role of middleman and still believe that you are among the Nigerians. We are the people from southeastern Nigeria. We are not part of you. And for your information, let me shock you. Biafra land, Igbo land is in the Eastern Africa. We are not among the West Africa. Nigeria is carved out from West Africa. Geographically, we are not the same. Traditionally, you are too far. You are from Arab Mugareb. That is where you trace the ancestors. That's why you want to die Islam. You want to end up heading your head, using your forehead, heading the ground. Eulogizing, exonerating Muhammad, a man you have not seen with your 2 eyes. Mortal man. See, let me tell you, Gumi's excesses is supposed to be put on check recently, but we are seeing a government that is even respecting Gumi the more. A government that is celebrating Gumi. A government that is devoid of asking Gumi, how do you run your mouth, saying, implicating, sensitive, remarks, allowing bandits to understand that Nigerians needed them. It's because of Gumi. Bandits, they're not afraid. Bandits operating freely in our forests. Courtesy, Gumi Cheik. Gumi Cheik is asking for amnesty. Gumi Cheik is asking for our annual expenditure. Part of it be carved or carved out for the bandits. So thereby giving them the impetus, the muzzle enough to ransack Nigerian forests, maiming, pine, unaliving and disaliving farmers, even community people. Look at Kwara. I just want to cite example. Kwara community, Woro community, that community has been deserted by the Kwara. Woro community right now is not having palace. Ondo community, situated in Akure and other local governments in Ondo State, vacated their communities and villages. The Obas, the Bales, they've actually absconded. Why? Because of the kind of support, because of the kind of, prerogative given to them by the same Gumi. So Gumi, stop talking down to southeastern Nigeria. We are not Nigeria. We are in the Eastern Africa, bordering Cameroon, Gabon, our international shelves. I don't know what to understand. When it matters most, you see Zambia here, you see Zimbabwe. You will see all of them. They are from Eastern Africa. You see Congo, Brazzaville. We are Eastern Africa. Biafra is not in West Africa. So Gumi should mind the Sahel Africa from where he and his kinsmen migrated from Timbuktu in Mali, to be precise, Senegambia, Futajalo Island. That is the original ancestral home of the Gumis, El-Rufais, Mohammed Buhari's, and most of them that are running their mouths over what is about to befall Africa. A blessing is about to befall Africa. Nobody is afraid or scared of blessings. Emergence of King of Africa, Republic or United States of Biafra is a great pride to African continent. So when we counter, a counter and a countering, a Muslim pig and a cake idiot like Gumi, we are not shaking, we are not scared, because we know that he's not having any point with him, and American Israel are closing up on him. Time shall come, Gumi shall regret, because they are going to put him in a cage and ask for his head. He must serve at Guantanamo Bay. He is an emotional, tactician, with the terrorists. He plays emotional tactics. You don't sympathize with arsonists, sadists, killing innocent people with no reason, one major reason, only to Islamize them, force them into your religion, believing on what you believe. It's an arrant nonsense. Sycophancy of the highest order. Religious bigotry, sycophancy is the highest order of madness. And we see Gumi suffering from that sickness. See, let me tell you, by the time Gumi have actually seen the plan that is down, going on around the world about Biafra emancipation, he will run mad before they close on him. He's going to run mad.
Well, sir, Mr. Raf, as usual, super analysis you've done again. A Biafran agitator has come out clearly to play a video in the UK Parliament. A meeting was held and they were deeply acknowledging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and speaking about him. So now the Biafran agitator has said, is it now that the prophecy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come out concerning Islamization of Nigerians and Islam has taken over UK currently? You people are now realizing that the man is a man of truth and wisdom. Mr. Raf, UK is really, really acknowledging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu currently.
UK is an unstable chameleon. They are chameleonic in character, and I don't trust UK. If UK is trying to wake up from their slumber right now, I would like to liken UK's, political, let me say, response to Nigerian political response. UK is sleeping, Nigeria is sleeping. UK was asleep before Islam rounded up London today, and Nigeria was sleeping before Fulani rounded up both north, south, east, southwest, everywhere in Nigeria. So both countries are synonymous in political character. They know what was wrong with Nigeria, I mean Britain. They don't want to correct the anomalies. They actually know that they are the one that empowered the Fulani to be ahead of other tribes in Nigeria. That was pre and after or post-independence era in this country. So now they are trying to see it from behind of skepticism. From skepticism, they are rising up, to reality. No, there's no trial in skepticism, but all we know is that Britain is a doubting Thomas country. Doubting Thomas country like Nigeria has every right, prerogative, privilege to romance Britain that claims to be their colonial master. I want to tell the entire world that the first colonial master we had in this part of the world was the Portuguese. And they did their homework well. They did not oppress anybody. They actually come to explore Nigeria and take the resources available. And they did it quite well. When the British came, invaded this part of the world and overpowered the Portuguese, today they claim to be our colonial masters. They are colonial masters to the Nigerian people, but to Biafrans, it's a lie. Britain did not colonize us. It was first of all Portuguese that gave us Biafran name. I don't know what I understand. So if Britain is claiming to have been to be our colonial master, I don't think they are making sense. Calling Kanu or inviting him into the parliamentary session, I think has not done enough good to any Igbo man. Because we know Britain as a chameleon. Britain will be green today. Early in the morning, tomorrow they will be red. Even in time, Britain will turn to pale color. Yeah, pale, P-A-L-E. Pale color. Britain changes with season, changes. with hours, changes with seconds and minutes. And God is going to ask them. Generally, I was criticizing Fulani Muslim pigs. They should leave Nigeria. Even Sheikh Gumi. Now, I already have stood up because of eye service and tribal bigotry. See, let me tell you, you cannot deceive God. If what I'm saying right now is a lie, God actually knows what he did in the past. I don't care. But actually, I know the evil, the wrong things Primate Ayodele had actually said against Christians, against a terror groups, against a religion that has come up against, with many hostilities, bloody one, and animosities against their Christian counterparts. God knows right now. We are not telling lies against anybody. They always come up with the idea and these questions of don't neglect your prophet. Don't say anything wrong about your prophet. Awodele is not my prophet. God knows. I've never attended his church. Anywhere I attended, that person is my pastor. Such a person, if blessed by God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit with prophetic responsibility, I think I will defend him to be my prophet. Awodele, what you say, Bible said is not. You say wrong thing, we tell you said wrong thing. See, let me tell you, it is just beginning because you allowed them, you supported them. Countering Trump, American intervention in Nigeria, insecurity war, telling the entire world that Trump has come to harvest our crude oil and natural gas. What's up? How market? How is everything going on right now? Man, bandits, they are bad men. They are bad guys. You never know it, Primate Ayodele, until they have gotten to you. Bad boys. That's whom they are.
Well said, Mr. Ralph, as usual, you've done super analysis to it. Now, the Minister for Foreign Affairs was asked a question concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She uttered the word and said that let justice prevail. A lot of reactions have been coming out. They are planning to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to death for nothing. And Gumi is moving all around. Or you will say, let justice prevail.
Thank you. Let me tell you.
What does she mean by justice prevail?
Let me tell you, Bianca will know. If God justice will prevail, God will upturn that justice against you. You might not know tomorrow. You might not know how providence and posterity is. Even karma pays back to their, sympathizers. People that are supporting karma's, posterity and providence always visit them. When Bianca says, let justice prevail, God has written it down, knowing fully well that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter that has not wronged anybody. So if you wish Kanu's death, Bianca will know posterity history will judge you. A lot of karma is coming. And we actually know that this young man is not afraid of death. If they come out and condemn Kanu, I see Kanu giving him his head. And you know what happens when a freedom fighter dies. If Kanu dies, we are putting him down, committing him to the Mother Earth with Biafran flag. It means someone that was born in 1967 when the war escalated in Nigeria, between Nigeria and Biafra, has finally achieved what Ojukwu started. So nobody's afraid. I'm a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a lover of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brother. I've seen the system in Nigeria. It is against the Igbos. It is against us. It is against everybody in the southeastern Nigeria, and we are no longer afraid. If Kanu goes down, I think a lot of karma is there to visit the man behind Kanu's whatsoever. So, Bianca, we are not afraid. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not checking. We are here watching. But Bianca remembers, it is impossible to deliver such judgment and they implement it. The whole world are watching. Israel is there. America is there, beating their chests. And I'm going to tell you, anytime Benjamin Netanyahu shoots, he doesn't miss his targets. Israeli lawmakers right now are debating and, arguing on how to give Biafra independence. Then as of the American congressmen, they are on it, day in, day out, every night, every minute, every second, every hour, deliberating on signing disintegration of Nigeria. And the major principal golden fish in the war adventure to divide Nigeria is United States of Biafra. The West wants us to go, to leave Fulani, Hausa, and the Yoruba alone. Let them stay in Nigeria. since inception of Nigerian Biafran Civil War, from 1970 till date, Bianco, did they pay reparation? Didn't Ojukwu tell you about reparation? Did they integrate Igbos into the political leadership? Didn't Ojukwu tell you about integration? Did they compensate the Igbos? Did they pay reparation? Did they actually recognize us in the public, designations? Bianca, you are left to answer these questions. And I want to tell you that we don't ever mind whatsoever is coming out from your outburst. But you should know that nothing still can or will ever minimize the injustice and brutality, or you may call it bloody hostilities, meted against Biafran people from 1967 to 1970, when they were supplied with hard military, firearms by the British Labour government, who came up with that policy of thoroughly exterminating, eliminating the Igbo race, and it began to look like genocide. Certainly, it was the biggest bloodbath in African history. Take it right on your head. And you were born in 1967. Wachoko nearly killed you. Ojukwu fought hard, and Bianca, you were spared. Attended the University of Nigeria, Suka. Now you have turned against Biafra that give birth to you. Even fought hard to avoid Wachoko, dealing with you. Could be that Wachoko get hold of you, you wouldn't have won Miss Universe. I have this for you. Lord of Karma awaits you.
Well, sir, Mr. Rav, during your analysis, you talked about marginalization here. But Soludo has come out to say that the Igbos should be sure and have evidence of marginalization. Mr. Rav, Mr. Soludo said that the Igbos should bring a proof of marginalization enough
this
of that
statement. This is a
statement.
fake professor. Soludo is a fake professor for coming out with this kind of childish, questions. It is obvious that since inception of University of Nigeria and Suka in 1961 or 68, 60 something, Ibadan was 48. Suka should be 60 something, either 61 or 68. It should be 61 because the war actually started from UNA. There was no federal government project in the southeastern Nigeria. Nigeria turned their back on Igbo land. Soludo, if claims that Igbos are not marginalized, he will be the person to come and tell us on media with instances. Don't mind a fake professor. Don't listen to a fake adulterated professor that has failed the Igbos, especially the Indian Anambra. So his home is right now stretching his neck, giraffing towards where Igbo freedom fighters are going. I think Soludo has failed the Igbos. It is immediately he comes down from that office that he will receive, let me tell you, the worst resistance of his life to move freely in Nigeria. Nobody's shooting at him. Nobody's fighting him. There are resistance that is mimic. It doesn't make noise. No demonstration. We call it ostracization in Igbo land.